divide and conquer. Just know, just know that it's divide and conquer. They've been doing this for a very long time, man. They have divided us through race, whatever the fuck race actually is. It's a lot of lies, a lot of delusional lies that's told to us on a regular basis since you was a child. Black and white and Latino and Asian. Like, what are really these things, bro? And it separates us because we are culturally different. We do things different from each other. We have different ways we view the world, but I acknowledge that. But as far as just different races, I don't really understand that. When you really look at it and technically bring it down, what is a race, honestly? Besides the human race, it seems like we're all pretty damn similar, whether we like it or not. We all have the same bone structure if you break all of us down. You skin me alive right now, I'm going to do the same thing if you skinned alive a white man. I don't mean to use a violent interpretation, but you get what I'm saying. Or analysis, I meant to say. I don't mean to use a violent description to break this down, but at the end of the day, humans are pretty much similar no matter what type of background you come from. So really, it's a lot of that confusion that was created, because before a lot of this racial things came about, you had people where basically where you were from determined what type of person you were, I guess. Like, for instance, Italians from the South or Italians were a little darker skin was not considered Italians at one point in time. Poor white people was not considered white people at one point in time. They were slaves. That's how you know you got to really do your own research, because man, if you don't do your own research, you will be sitting around here being lied to with so much shit on a regular, bro. Like, you'll be lied to every fucking day. I'm telling you, every day you'll be lied to, bro. It's such a regular thing. We numb to it. And, they call this preacher to the choir. Or, nobody want to hear that shit, Sharif. I'm going to name that video that. Nobody want to hear that shit, Sharif. I ain't going to use. But anyway, this is just one of those things. It's like, it don't matter what I say, things ain't going to change. And that's the beauty and the curse. That's the beauty and the curse of life. Everybody has to live the way they want to live, have to live. Everybody has some level of purpose. Even if your purpose ain't what you think it is, you got a purpose here. But we have been conquered and divided for so many years, and there's pretty much nothing worse than being black and we're conquered and divided. You know, and I know I just explained all the racial things, but hey, in the timeline we're living in the world we're living in this dimension we're living in, whatever you want to call it, these are the ways humans understand things. So, not the fact I'm not a human, but you get what I'm saying. I can't over talk, and I can't really talk in riddles, it seems like, So I'm going to just keep it a simple form for a simple fly understanding. But it's not the worst being black and being conquered and divided. We have colorism within our own race. You see, it's in black and white, but you clearly tell I'm light skinned, right? Bright. And believe it or not, with this big ass nose and these pretty ass lips, I've been told people actually mistaken me for being white before. And you notice how I talk. I've been told you talk white. Who told me that? Black people. And it's just really just like, damn, bro, we really been conquered and divided, like, very bad, to the point we are so numb to it. We don't even realize that we still view them as superiors over us to this day. For you to say a black man talk white or a black woman talk white because they talk like they have some type of sense, what does black people talk like then? I never did get that answer. I actually asked somebody that, and I broke this down. Like, why would we say you talk white? So what is talking black? So I'm supposed to talk like I don't have no sense? I'm supposed to talk like I don't read the dictionary, or don't look up words, or don't try to make my vocabulary a little better? I don't understand that sentiment. I don't. I don't really get it at all. I never did understand that. How am I black, grew up in the hood, and black, grew up in the hood, and really you become accustomed to hood shit. Like, I'm not in the street, but like it's not far from you. Definitely you grew up in schools, gang polluted, kids your age selling drugs, and like it became like regular shit to be cool with gang members. And me, I was the quiet kid with my hoodie on. I was fucking up in high school, but ironically, I was cool with all the bad kids and the gang members. I could have easily joined the gang. That's what I'm saying. Nobody's a stranger to what's going on when you in the hood. Even if you just that kid that go to school or that guy that just go to work, is still there. And I'm still there. You feel me? Where I'm at is not as bad as, where I grew up. Because where I grew up was more, you heard gunshots all the time. Like, and it became so accustomed where you thought when you didn't hear gunshots, you thought something was wrong. You thought something was more wrong. So how accustomed we became to it. But like, the hood ain't what a lot of people make it seem out to be. Like, it's some shit going on, but if you ain't into it, nobody, then you ain't really got much to worry about besides wild ass pilled out little boys out here playing gangster. You feel me? Can't fight for shit, so they just shoot. I don't know, but we've been conquered the divide, man. Like, you got people really like, yeah, you light skinned, so you would have been in the house. You a house wigger, right? And I would have been a field wigger. And I'm just like, bro, you proud that we both would have still hung from the same tree? You ever think of that? Like, I don't get it. Do you understand the house slaves was just as much as bad conditions? Like, it makes a fucking difference. We still were slaves. Do you realize that was a psychological trick to divide us? Because they treated people with the quote unquote fairer skin. They treated them a certain way to make people of a darker complexion feel some type of way. It's all a conquer and dividing scheme. And it still works to this day. That's what's so fucked up about it. That scheme still works to this fucking day, bro. To this day. I wish I had that little meme. To this day. Nah. You get what I'm saying, though. This shit is real life fucked up out here because it's like, it's so much bullshit going on. You can't talk to nobody about this shit. So I just get on the video, get on the camera, just try to talk. Maybe I could get somebody to understand something. You feel me? Not the fact I know everything. You can never know enough. Wise man told me that. You can never know enough. So I'm learning something all the fucking time. But I have learned that a lot of our history is bullshit. And school purposely tell you maybe, what, 55% of the truth of anything. They see, the agenda period is to give you some truth, just enough truth, but more lies to confuse you. You feel me? And that's what's been happening to us for many, many, many years. And it's still happening right now. We've been lied to, man. This gang banging shit we've been lied to. What they say is start off with us being Black Panthers, and start off with us being, militant, trying to get social groups for our people. But then all the heroes got taken down, set up, assassinated, bamboozled, all types of shit. Then you got some talks about you might have had agents to start certain things, and I don't put nothing past nothing, bro. But let's just say with that story that I believe a little bit more that all our people was taken away, and then next thing you know, a lot of people lost hope. They formed and joined gangs, and it seemed like the last people that had any sense about it were all taken out eventually, or something happened to them eventually. Um, Raymond Washington, they supposedly the first Crip. You dig a little deeper, he might not even been the first Crip for real, but they say the first Crip, in Tookie Williams. And even though what Tookie Williams did, I don't approve of at all. But Raymond Washington, these guys had a little bit sense of, I wouldn't even say Tookie Williams really, but Raymond Washington had a sense of You know, you bang first with your hands. You don't do all the other shit. The guns didn't come until what they say 78, 79, when the guns really, and this right before, this is during the time where the crack epidemic was just about to start. So it only makes sense that the guns start coming around, and next thing you know, the crack epidemic. And you know, there's a lot of talks. Was Tukey Williams an agent? I don't put it past it, bro. I don't know why people don't think there's an informant in every hood somewhere watching shit. How else you think they get all this information on us? How else do you think they know our culture better than us? Hell, they molded and created our culture pretty much for us in a lot of ways. And they doing the same thing to this day. Right now with hip hop, especially. What? Hip hop is one of their biggest tools because it subconsciously control all of us. Walk around the hood, you don't tell me you don't see hip hop everywhere. Look how everybody dress, their hairstyles, the demeanor. It's all hip hop. Hip hop is a culture. It's more than just, yo, my name is Peaches and now I'm the best and all DJs want to feel my breasts. It's more than that. You feel me? It's more than that type of shit. It's a culture. It's a whole timeline basically in its own. And that's why they target it so much, because hip hop not only make a lot of money, but hip hop is the most influential thing on the planet. And they knew they had to target this because they was like, oh shit, my Timmy likes Lil Thug, or my Timmy likes Lil Baby, my Timmy like Ice Cube. We don't fuck with that. We got to mold this shit up. And, you know, Crazy Bone told us that, and it's ironically Crazy Bone ended up getting sick like months after that, or a year later, right? He was in critical condition, and it seems like nobody, you know, everybody forgot that part. But like people don't understand, man. This shit is real, bro. We in a real life war, psychological warfare. We in all types of warfares, and what they do is play chess with us, man. They find ways to keep us divided, bro. Anytime you see a group of black people getting together and doing something, man, what? That shit is a threat to society. Let's believe it. That shit is a fucking threat to society, man. It's a threat to society to these people, man. And what I mean by these people, my black people need to understand. People in general need to understand. These people have a set of all types of people that's working together to have a better cause for them. If you are poor, you are middle class, you don't count with the higher ups, bro. They'll take some of y'all as long as y'all do a mission, as long as y'all do your part in destroying your community. Why do you think they gave us welfare? Divide and conquer. They took our women out of the houses. They took our women. They made our women feel like, why do we need a man if daddy government could take care of us, right? Then bad enough, we had a lot of traumas going on, which going on in every race. Some fathers don't stick around in every race. Some mothers don't stick around in every race. There's baby daddy, baby mama drama in every race. But when you watch TV and social media and all this shit, this will have you thinking, oh, it's just the blacks. It's just gotta be them. Oh, it's just the Latinos. It's just, nah, bro. There's gangs everywhere, all over the fucking world. What do you think the triads is, as far as like Chinese gangs or Yakuzas and shit? That ain't a gang? What the fuck is Hell Angels and shit? That's not a white gang? That's not a gang? Same shit. There's gangs every fucking where, bro. That's what I'm saying. Tell me what's the difference. But people got the nerve to be racist and really think you could be racist. That's a lie. You're being brainwashed. That's all it is. And I feel bad for the kids that's being taught this, because racism ain't nothing but it's something it's taught. That's it. If my mom would have told me, son, white people are this, white people are that, white people are this, Latino people is this, Asian people, guess what I would have felt? I would have believed everything my mom said, and I would have instantly had that discouragement and that resentment and that hate and that envy for other people I never met, for people I don't understand. And you know what my mom would have done if she would have did that? Thinking my mom didn't, but you know what my mom would have done to me? You know what your mother or your father do to you when they do that type of shit? They use their traumas, or they use their interactions or encounters. And let's say if it was a bad encounter with black people, let's say if your father was bullied by black people, right? You would think he has a good argument to have a disdain for them, but in the same breath, you got to be stronger and understand anybody can wrong you and anybody can do right by you. Even if you feel like, damn, it's just them, you got to stay, you still got to stay with a strong state of mind, because don't let that section of people speak for everybody, bro. You can't do that. People do it anyway, but it's not smart to do it that way, because you envious, you feeling this, and you feeling that for all these reasons for no reason really. Some of y'all never even met other people, and you got opinions about them. But guess what? It's the TV, it's the media, it's all these things' fault because it's in our subconscious. Guess what? I am a racist by default. You think I can help that? I can't help that. Because guess what? I was taught by television, and your schools even teach you this. Every time, think about it. Black History Month. Why is it a Black History Month? That set people off automatically. Black Lives Matter. Why is it Black Lives Matter? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that divide and conquer. As soon as I heard about Black Lives Matter, I instantly cringed, because I'm just like, bro, why are we going to tell the whole nation to respect us and love us, and do this and cherish us, but then we turn around and we are the most disrespectful, no love lost type of people against each other more than anybody? That's why that Black Lives Matter shit does not hit well. Because it's like, wait a minute. We ain't even fucking with each other, so how the hell we gonna tell everybody else we matter so damn much? I don't understand that part. When I gotta worry about a black man killing me more than a white man. Most of the time when you're in the hood, I can be killed from mistaken identity just because I have the demeanor and I'm from the culture. I can walk down the wrong hood. Why is it a such thing called the wrong hood? I should be good in any fucking hood. I don't see why not. I'm not into it nobody. I don't fuck with nobody. Mind my own business. I'm just probably walking to the store. I can't walk down a raggedy ass hood you don't even own, bro. Oh, gee, that don't even make sense to me. Divide and conquer, bro. We've been tricked. The gangs really should be defending their turfs when it's bullshit going on. A motherfucker done touched a kid. You niggas need to go find his ass. You know what I'm saying? He robbed an old lady for nothing. He just causing problems and shit. You need to go find his bitch ass. That's what should happen. You know what I'm saying? But I can't tell people what to do. People gonna do what they do. It is what it is, man. Nobody wanna hear that shit, Sharif, right? It's like, man, there's a lot of shit that just bothers the fuck out of me. This divide and conquer shit has really destroyed us. And there's a few people that still see the light at the end of the tunnel, realize, bro, we have been clouded with a lot of bullshit. We have been clouded with a lot of bullshit. There's a lot of us that has been tricked and don't realize it, man. We've been tricked bad, man. But I don't know, man. I ain't gonna make this video long. I can go all day with this shit, for real, for real. But just know, power to the people of all people. Good and evil don't have a face or a color. Just remember that shit, bro. Good and evil do not have a face and a color. You need to judge by people's personality, not by their appearance. A motherfucker have tattoos all over his face, and you think, oh shit, he gonna kill or rob me. He be the nigga that'll help you if your car broke down. But the guy that look all preppy and innocent, he's fucking Ted Bundy. I just had to keep it all the way right, man.